Hello, welcome to part 8 of my Godzilla-thon, Son of Godzilla. Now, to a lot of people, this film is something of a black sheep. I'm not one of them. I enjoy this film. It always manages to bring a smile to my face. Yeah, the Godzilla suit is the worst in the franchise, arguably. I'm not going to defend that. Yeah, Minya or Manila or whatever you want to call him can be a little annoying at times. And yeah, he definitely sounds like a donkey with asthma. I'm not denying those facts. However, this one also features some of the best wire work in the entire series. The Kamacuras and the Kamumba, also known in this film as Gimantis or Spiga or Spiga, are phenomenal. Just study the wire work. It's incredible. Kamunga moves just like a real spider. The Kamacuras move really good. The people working these puppets brought so much personality to these creatures. And it's nice to see Godzilla fight something that just isn't a standard guy in a suit. These are very well done effects. This film shows how good the Wire crew was at the time, and this film is like their legacy. It's their memorial. It's their greatest piece of work. Because these weren't just creatures, like I said, where, oh, we're controlling the tail or the mouth or the three heads. They are fully puppets, and the puppeteers do such an amazing job. I can just spend this whole review bragging on it. Again, go back and watch it. Look at Kamumba. He moves just like a real spider. The story centers around a research team trying to do experiments for controlling the weather. A reporter by the name of Goro Maki. By the way, pay attention to that name. It's not the first time it's going to show up. I mean, it's not the last. It's the first time, but it's not the last time it's going to show up in the Godzilla franchise. Comes to the island because, incidentally, I know there's a story here because it made my stomach rumble. First, they want nothing to do with him, and he kind of has the childish, fine, I'm going to sit here and do nothing till you let me do something attitude. Eventually, they welcome him aboard. Just, you can help with laundry, cook, this and that. And they discover there's already like 6-foot praying mantises on the island. Yeah, I see the first 6-foot praying mantis. I'm running to the mainland. You're not, sorry UN, you're not keeping me on this island. Sorry Professor, you're not keeping me on this island. This does have a lot of familiar faces with actors that have been in other films, and that continues on. Goro eventually discovers there's a woman on the island, and no one believes him. The first test fails due to interference, which we'll see later as Godzilla's son. And instead of creating snow, they create this nuclear storm and an intense heat wave. Now, when they come out, the mantises are even bigger than normal, and they go to this mound of rocks, which has an egg in it. Surprise, it's Godzilla's son. Godzilla eventually comes to save the baby, and he's like, it's funny because he'll like be protecting the baby, but turning around and hitting him with his tail. Godzilla fights the mantises in a pretty well shot fight. It's a note. Even though Haru Nakajima did play Godzilla in this, he didn't play him in every scene because of the size of Minya here. They got a midget wrestler known as Marchon the Dwarf to play Minya, and for some of the scenes, they had a taller actor in a bigger suit playing Godzilla in addition to Nakajima. But Nakajima being the elder on set, he was still the one working with them, helping them choreograph what they could do, and just, again, being the most experienced member, sharing the benefit of his experience. Now, eventually, Goro does meet up with the girl, Reiko, whose father was a scientist who stayed on the island at the end of the war. And he brings her back to the research facility. Because of the heat, she can